आज के एपिसोड में हम मिलने वाले हैं दुबई के मिलियनेयर ललित से, जिन्होंने दुबई में रह के करोड़ों कमाया है, 6 साल में 6 करोड़ से भी ज्यादा रुपए बचाए हैं, एक भी रुपए टैक्स में नहीं दिया है और 16 करोड़ रुपए का हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस लेके बैठे हुए हैं। इस वीडियो को एंड तक देखिएगा क्योंकि आज आपको पता चलेगा इंडिया के बाहर रहने के क्या क्या फायदे हैं। हेलो एंड वेलकम टू अ न्यू एपिसोड ऑफ फिक्स योर फाइनेंस। आज फिक्स योर फाइनेंस के हिस्ट्री का सबसे पहला ग्लोबल एपिसोड है। आज हमें दुबई में और मेरे साथ है ललित मुखी जी। ललित जी, वेलकम टू द शो स्ट्रेट फ्रॉम दुबई। हाउ आर यू?
गुड अंशुमन, थैंक्स फॉर आस्किंग। हाउ अबाउट यू?
आई एम गुड। ललित जी, आप ये बताइए कि आप कितने सालों से दुबई में रहते हो?
अभी मेरे को 6 साल हो गए। इन 2018 आई केम हियर। द प्लान वाज टू स्टे हियर फॉर 8 months, but thanks to corona I ended up staying little longer and then I felt in love with this country.
And Lalit ji, when you went to Dubai in 2018, what was your total compensation?
In dollars it was 100K. At that time dollar was like 65 or something, 67. So you can say between 60 to 70 lakhs.
After 6 years in Dubai, what is your current total compensation?
Between 90 to 1 CR.
अब जनरली जब मैं इंडिया में ये कॉन्वर्सेशन करता हूँ ललित जी, तो मैं पहला क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ टोटल कॉम्पनसेशन क्या, और दूसरा क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ अच्छा ये तो सीटीसी हो गया, अब मंथली इन हैंड कितना है। बट क्योंकि आप यूएई में हो, आपका टोटल कॉम्पनसेशन और मंथली इन हैंड will be almost the same, right?
It's same. There is no taxes, there is no cutting. Insurance has been provided by the organization, so nothing. It's pure, you get it in your hand.
Whatever the value is divided by 12 is what you get, right?
This is take home salary. On top of that you get insurance for you and your wife and your kid.
Health insurance?
Yeah, health insurance.
And what is the cover?
It's in US dollars, but it's like 2 million. So around 16 to 17 CR. So it's beyond the limits. Everything is been covered.
ललित, मुझे आप एक चीज़ बताओ, आपकी कंपनी ने आपको हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस दिया हुआ है, आपकी फैमिली के लिए आपने हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस लिया हुआ है, बट डू यू हैव अ टर्म इंश्योरेंस फॉर योरसेल्फ सो दैट योर फैमिली इज प्रोटेक्टेड?
I don't have specifically term insurance.
Term insurance has to take care of 3 things. A, income replacement. If you're not around, your family should have a corpus from which they can draw regular income. Second is your existing liabilities. Your liabilities should be taken care of the day something wrong happens. And third is existing goals. बच्चों का एजुकेशन, बच्चों की शादी, बच्चों के लिए इनहेरिटेंस, ऐसे बहुत सारे लॉन्ग टर्म गोल्स होते हैं. सो अ गुड टर्म इंश्योरेंस should actually cover all these 3 responsibilities. Term insurance is the most affordable way to protect your family as compared to other plans like ULIP. पॉलिसी बाजार ने अब तक ललित 6.7 करोड़ से भी ज़्यादा कस्टमर्स की मदद की है सही इंश्योरेंस ढूंढने में, एंड इंटरेस्टिंगली हैज सीन अ ईयर-ऑन-ईयर ग्रोथ ऑफ 130% दिस क्वार्टर इन NRIs एजेड 18 to 16 years getting a term insurance on Policy Bazaar. So this product is relevant for you. They have partnered with more than 51 insurance companies to offer you the best deals out there. With Policy Bazaar, you can get a term insurance as an NRI at affordable premiums that are 50 to 60% cheaper than international insurances. Not just this, as an NRI, you can claim an additional 5% discount on premiums if you choose their annual mode for protection plans. इसके साथ साथ जब आप एक इंडियन इंश्योरेंस कंपनी से टर्म इंश्योरेंस लेते हो, you get a GST waiver of 18% if you pay through an NRE account. NRE account is basically non-resident external account. So essentially you get a discount up to 23% on the total premiums paid. You can also opt for the limited pay term insurance, which offers you the benefit of being covered for longer periods with the option to pay your premiums in a shorter limited time. तो ललित, अगर आपको पूरे 60 की उम्र तक प्रीमियम नहीं पे करना है तो आप 5 साल 10 साल तक भी ज़्यादा प्रीमियम पे करके पूरा कवरेज ले सकते हो. मैं अगर NRI होता तो मैं पक्का पॉलिसी बाजार से टर्म इंश्योरेंस लेता. यहाँ पे एक ही जगह में मुझे सारी चीज़ें मिल जाते. सो ललित, as an NRI, if you are looking to buy term insurance in India, go check out Policy Bazaar. The link is in description. Okay, so currently as we speak, you are drawing a monthly income of 9 to 10 lakhs per month. Is that correct?
It fluctuates, but yes, more or less.
सो अब इनकम की तो बात हो गई, नाउ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट योर एक्सपेंसेस। ठीक है, सबसे पहले आप अकेले रहते हो कि आप अपनी फैमिली के साथ रहते हो यूएई में?
So I live with my family. I have a beautiful wife, a kid of 1 year old, and also my parents are also here. So we are a total of 5 members. We are living in Abu Dhabi.
एंड आप करेंटली खुद के घर में रहते हो, आपने रेंट पे लिया हुआ है, व्हाट इज द सिचुएशन?
Currently, I was in a rented apartment in Abu Dhabi, but recently I got a house in Dubai. So that was the reason I'm shifting to Dubai.
एंड उस घर का कॉस्ट क्या है, और आपने कैसे खरीदा?
Last year, 2023, I bought this house. As I was tracking, it was a house for 1 million dirhams, 10 lakh dirhams, but I got a deal and I got it in around 8 lakhs.
नंबर वन, कॉस्ट 8 लाख दिरहम्स, व्हाट वाज द डाउन पेमेंट?
Around 20% was the down payment. Around 1 lakh 60,000 to be very specific was the down payment.
डाउन पेमेंट, लोन अमाउंट?
Around 6 lakhs 80,000.
6 लाख 80,000 प्लस 1 लाख 60,000, सो द कॉस्ट वाज 8 लाख 40,000. ठीक है, टेन्योर?
25 years.
इंटरेस्ट रेट?
5%.
फ्लोटिंग?
3 year fixed. After that, repo rate plus 2%.
फेड रेट और यूएई रेपो रेट?
Fed rate. Here the home loan which I have taken is little different. So suppose I have taken a loan of 7 lakhs, and if I have 2 lakhs in cash, I put up 2 lakhs in the deposits. I will pay interest only for 5 lakhs. 2 lakhs will be compensated. Interest will not be charged on that, like overdraft facility or something like that.
एंड नेक्स्ट इज ईएमआई. ईएमआई कितनी है?
Around 43 or something.
ठीक है, ईएमआई आपकी 4300 दिरहम है. ओके, हाँ, घर की एक और चीज, मेंटेनेंस. व्हाट इज द मेंटेनेंस सिचुएशन इन यूएई?
मेरी मेंटेनेंस है 6,000 दिरहम पर ईयर. सो 500 दिरहम विच इज अराउंड 500 दिरहम पर मंथ.
नेक्स्ट इज फूड. ओके, आपने कहा यूएई इंडिया ही है, जो मसाले इंडिया में नहीं मिलते वो वहां मिलते हैं. ठीक है, बट एक्सपेंसिव होते हैं कि सिमिलर ही रहता है?
Okay, it's little expensive, might be double the price, but as you know, the salaries are much higher, right? If an average engineer is earning 20 lakhs, he will easily get it 60 lakhs. So 3 से 4 गुना salary ज्यादा है, but expenses जो food के हैं वो सिर्फ double ही हैं. So still it is cheaper.
How much do you guys spend on food on a monthly basis? Groceries में कितना जाता होगा?
3,000 dirhams.
Which is close to 65 to 70,000 rupees.
Yeah. It includes eating outside also sometime.
Next is help. How feasible is it in UAE to get helps?
I believe UAE is the one of the country which can help you with all the household chores, house cleaning, car cleaning, and all. So there are two options. You can have a hourly pay for a maid, or you can have a permanent maid. So we used to have a hourly maid for last few years, but after my baby, we felt like we need a permanent help. So we hired a maid permanent. She will be staying with us 24 hours. And expenses are like around 2,000 dirhams for salary.
नेक्स्ट इज ट्रैवलिंग, कम्यूट. आपको क्या रेगुलरली ऑफिस जाना पड़ता है कि आप वर्क फ्रॉम होम है आपका सिचुएशन?
It's a hybrid model, 3 days to office, 2 days from home. Currently, I'm in Abu Dhabi, so my travel time is like 7 minutes for 8 kilometers of travel. So hardly I pay anything. It's like 3,000 dirhams per month I pay for petrol, which includes everything, local travel, office, everything. So
एंड उधर ऑयल का क्या प्राइस है, पेट्रोल का प्राइस क्या है यूएई में?
3.22 dirhams, which is close to 70 रुपए
पर लीटर?
per liter.
Please, Habibi, please go to Dubai. Please go to Dubai. That's fantastic, fantastic. And क्या आपके पास कार है?
Yes, I do have one car.
Do you have a loan on that car?
No. So we don't have taxes here, and I bought a second-hand car because it's an expat country. 91% of the guys are from different countries, so no person look local है. So बहुत सारे लोग जाते हैं आते हैं. It's very frequent. So you get a very decent car in a very good price. So when I came 2018, I bought a car. It was 5-year-old Pajero, and no loan was required. So I just bought it like that.
गॉट इट। फोर्ड पजेरो, ठीक है, इंडिया में ऑन रोड कॉस्ट होगी कुछ 35 से 40 लाख, अब तो डिसकंटिन्यू हो गई है, बट जब थी तब शायद 35-40 लाख रुपए की गाड़ी थी, ठीक है। अगर आप 5 साल पुरानी खरीदने जाते तो इंडिया में आपको 22-23-21 लाख में मिलती। यूएई में 2018 में आपको कितने में मिली वो?
So I paid 40,000, which is around 8 lakh rupees.
नेक्स्ट हो गए आपके किड एक्सपेंसेस, राइट? सिंस यू हैव अ 1-year-old kid,
We are paying for baby milk, clothes, basic stuff. So that might be sorted in like maximum 700 or 1,000 dirhams per month.
तो 1000 दिरहम में आपका बच्चे का खर्चा हो रहा है। इसके अलावा आपकी कोई लोन्स वगैरह है, लायबिलिटीज है अपार्ट फ्रॉम द मॉर्गेज?
No, nothing.
सो ऑन अ मंथली बेसिस, लोन्स, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज, बाहर जाना, खाना, ट्रैवल, सब कुछ मिला के आप कितना स्पेंड करते हो?
सी अगर मैं ट्रैवल इंक्लूड कर लूँ, बिकॉज ईयरली कभी अब्रॉड चले गए, कभी इंडिया आना है, so on an average I would say around 12 to 15,000 dirhams per month is an average what I'm spending.
So on a monthly basis you are spending around 15,000 dirham and you are making around 35 to 40,000 dirham, right? Which means that you are spending less than 40% of your income. ठीक है? First question, is it because you guys are living a frugal life or is it because the income in UAE is so high कि जब तक आप एकदम अय्याश नहीं हो तब तक मतलब पूरा पैसा खर्च करना impossible है?
Okay, both ways it would work. I'm living a frugal life because my motive is to get financially independent. I want to buy my time. Instead of buying a Tesla, I want my time to be bought by me. So I want to get to retire as soon as possible. Also at the same time, salaries are also good. And if you are controlling your expenses, you can save a fortune because 40% is what you would have spent as a tax in any other country. मैं उस टैक्स के अंदर ही अपना घर चला लेता हूँ। जो मेरा 60% है, that's my active income we are talking about. My passive income is again additional to it, right? It could be even more than my active income. So my passive income is also, because of this last year markets were very good, so they made me a fortune.
So you said that your passive income is also very high, ठीक है? तो आपने ये passive income generate करने के लिए क्या किया?
Okay, so I invested in equity, real estate and debts. Real estate was recently been added last year because of the value investing, but otherwise equity and the debt is my major portion.
Got it. So real estate का आपका जो total estimated cost है, that's around 8 lakh dirham if I'm not wrong. So that is the cost. Current value you said is 10 to 12 lakh dirham. That is the first asset. Second asset, you said that you also have debt. Okay, so what kind of debt are we talking about?
Starting from FD in UAE, because FD UAE rates are like 5%. Adjusted inflation will come around 11% because I have a advantage on currency fluctuation as well, right? So when I came to the country, it was 18 dirhams, 18 rupees per dirham. Now it is 22 point. So you can see around 7 to 8%. Currency fluctuation happened, right? Not fluctuation, depreciation of Indian currency. So 5 to 6% of that benefit and 5% here in this country, which is around 10% I'm getting from FD. This is first part. Second, I have bonds.
ठीक है, so fixed deposits is your first debt instrument. How much have you invested in fixed deposits?
So my monthly expenses multiply by 18 months. What is I have invested in fixed deposit as my emergency fund.
Okay, so if we consider 15,000 as your monthly expense, then according to that, your emergency fund is 15,000 into 18, right?
Yeah.
Next, और debt में क्या क्या डाला आपने?
Okay, so next is the peer-to-peer lending. There are platform in UAE which do peer-to-peer lending, where I end up making around 12 to 13% in dirhams. So around 75,000 dirhams have been invested in almost 80-90 companies.
Is this instrument regulated by a government body of UAE?
Yes, it is completely regulated.
और क्या क्या चीज़ों में आप इन्वेस्ट करते हो डेट में, और टोटल डेट का साइज कितना है, टोटल डेट इन्वेस्टमेंट्स का साइज कितना है?
So apart from that, there are some other small funds like in UAE I invest in invoice funding. On top of that, there are some national bonds I'm invested in.
कितना मिलता है UAE bonds में? UAE bonds कितना देता है?
Around 4%.
Around
4 to 5%.
तो आपका टोटल डेट इन्वेस्टमेंट्स की वैल्यू कितनी है?
500K.
So around 5 lakh dirham इन्वेस्टेड इन डेट. एक और चीज़ ललित, आप मुझे ये बताइए आपके इक्विटी पोर्टफोलियो का साइज क्या है अभी?
It's around 2 CR.
तीसरी चीज़ है इक्विटी. सबसे पहले आप मुझे ये चीज़ बताइए, क्या आप यूएई में इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हो?
Okay, so UAE market free है. We can invest in Abu Dhabi Stock Exchange or Dubai Stock Exchange. But my major investments are in India and US. So India, I'm invested through index funds and individual stocks. A lot of stocks to be very precise.
How many stocks do you have currently?
Okay, so the one I like and invested is around 35 stocks, but my portfolio has 150 plus or 200.
What was the highest performing stock? How much returns did it give? Okay, and how much did you invest in it?
Okay, so highest one is the Tejas Networks. It's like the telecom company. I invested when it was 60, and now I guess it is 17 or 18x. It has been increased.
Wow, fantastic. How much did you invest?
I invested around 20,000.
Exactly. Your portfolio size is 1 crore rupees. And after making an 18x profit in a company, your portfolio's performance or overall CAGR might have increased by less than 2%. Reason being, you had only 20,000 rupees invested in that company. ठीक है? That will continue to happen, Lalit, if you continue holding 150 to 200 companies. ठीक है? 20 से 30 कंपनीज अपर एंड में, मेरे केस में 15 स्टॉक्स है टोटल in my equity portfolio, and that's about it. So you have to reduce the number of companies in your portfolio by 90%. इसके अलावा कोई और assets है आपके?
In US stock market I'm also invested.
ठीक है. In US stocks में आपने कितना इन्वेस्ट किया हुआ है ललित जी?
It would have been in the dollars, I would say around $40,000, which has become double.
Current portfolio value $80,000 US. Do you invest in any other assets?
Yes, I have investment in gold and crypto. Crypto would be around 40,000 dirhams, and gold would be around 75,000 dirhams.
So which is around 15 lakh rupees, and crypto में करीब 8 से 9 लाख रुपए, राइट? ठीक है, तो ये तो हो गए आपके एसेट्स, राइट? अब आपके लायबिलिटीज में आई एम गेसिंग सिर्फ होम लोन है, राइट? होम लोन का टोटल आउटस्टैंडिंग एज ऑफ नाउ कितना है?
So home loan, I still need to repay as around 6.5 lakhs dirhams.
So your total assets in dirham are around 2.4 mil, and your liabilities are 600,000. So your estimated net worth as of 2024 in AED is 1.7 million. अगर इंडिया में बात करें, so it is close to 4 crore rupees. That brings us to the end of द एपिसोड ललित. आज की वीडियो के बाद ललित जी, बहुत सारे लोगों को ये क्लैरिटी मिली है कि कहाँ पे रहना चाहिए, कहाँ पे क्या बेटर है, इनकम कितना बेटर है, एक्सपेंसेस कितने ज़्यादा है, कितना सेव हो पाएगा, और ये सारी चीज़ों की वजह से ललित जी बहुत सारे लोग ये डिसाइड कर पाएंगे कि क्या UAE जाना चाहिए. सो थैंक यू सो मच फॉर योर टाइम ललित. राइट गाइज, दिस इज द फर्स्ट NRI एपिसोड ऑफ फिक्स योर फाइनेंस, बट इफ यू लाइक्ड इट प्लीज लेट अस नो इन द कमेंट सेक्शन. हम ट्राई करेंगे हर महीने 2 से 3 NRI के एपिसोड्स निकाले. ऑल्सो ये मत सोचना कि अब हम सारे फिक्स योर फाइनेंस के वीडियोस वर्चुअली करने वाले, ये सिर्फ NRI एपिसोड्स के लिए, राइट? इंडिया के सारे एपिसोड्स हमेशा के तरह घर जाके फेस टू फेस ही रहने वाला है. That's all for today's video, guys. Lalit ji, thank you so much. Have a nice day. If you liked anything in this video, please hit the like button. If you are new to the channel, consider subscribing. People, Indians across the world, you follow this channel. We will try to provide you insights which will be relevant for everybody. Goodbye, guys. See you guys next time. Check out Policy Bazaar's term insurance plan. Link is in the description. Goodbye.